about that. I had a horrible connection, so we got disconnected. See if we can get some people back on here real quick. So anyways, if you're new here, if you weren't on the last live, I know it was very short. We're basically going to be talking about the drama that's been going on inside No Prep Kings. Everybody is making posts right now. I haven't made no post other than the one that I just made here recently. I'm not sure why, but like out of all the words that you could have used, it said something. Like I didn't even get my name said. It just said the Democrats should have lifted his protest, and I would have lifted mine. What do I got to do with hers?
Who?
Lizzie.
What she said?
She said the Democrat didn't lift his protest, so I didn't lift mine. I couldn't get my name called. So anyways, listen, there's been a lot of posts going around. Mike Murillo, Birdman. Anyway, we're going to go through the rules. So like I said in the first live, when we got beat by Chuck Sightsinger, me and Dad sat down. We read the whole entire rule book to figure out what the rules were for Street Outlaw No Prep Kings.
Let me explain that to you.
Hold on. Well,
You're going to skip past the Chuck Sightsinger. So, on the Chuck Sightsinger deal, you know, we weren't mad about him guessing the light. That was never the issue. The issue was how long it took him to stage, and he was outside the rules. But let me tell y'all something. We, as a team, chose not to protest Chuck. That was our decision. We could have protested Chuck, got him thrown out of that race, but we chose not to.
Yep.
So everybody has a decision. That's what I'm saying, to make.
But after that race, we went through and we read the whole entire rule book to figure out what it was from this day forward. I would never get caught with my pants down again. Long story short, so inside NPK's rule book, you are not allowed to test at a track 2 weeks prior to the event or within 200 miles of the event.
Which, to be honest with you, I didn't know that. I thought it was
I
only
did.
1
I
week.
told you about it, but I'm saying.
But
no, I
didn't
get it.
know that. I thought it was only 1 week.
Well, I was trying to tell you when we left Cordova.
Yeah.
I said we needed.
How long did you know that for?
Well, I've always known
After
it.
the Chuck Sightsinger deal?
Yeah. After I read the rules with Chuck, I went through the rule book. Whenever we were trying to test in Tucson, you said to go test with Murillo and them, and I said you're not allowed to do that because it's within the 2 weeks. It doesn't matter. I don't care about that, what they got going on. To squash the beef with Kai Kelly, what happened there. So this is basically what happened this past weekend. And I would do this to anybody, and I would hope everybody would do it to me. I would never put myself in this situation, but still. The Bird Boys hurt their car Friday night. They hurt their motor. They were not able to race on Saturday. In NPK rulebook, whatever car you start with on Friday is the car that you have to race with on Saturday. The old rules used to be able to state that you were able to go borrow a car, you could do whatever you want. They got rid of that because people were hurting their cars, or they weren't having their cars ready, and they were going out and renting people's cars, or they would just go get a little street car to get some easy points. They got rid of that. When Bird Boys went ahead and hurt their engine, they were done for the weekend. We went out to draw chips on Saturday, and everybody drawed the chips. We were inside our little huddle right there, and Kai went ahead and called the Bird Boys out.
Knowing that they're hurt.
Knowing that they're hurt. I literally said inside the middle of the circle, that is not a smart move because you do not get no points. If you call somebody out in the rules, they have to make it down the track under their own power.
With their own car.
With their own car. So when him making that call out, I already knew that the Bird Boys were hurt. So I literally spoke up and I said that this is not a good call out for you, even though he's on a different team from mine. I said it's not a good call out because you're not going to get no points. Kai is higher up in points right now. He's in second place. Was not going to get no points for it. They intended to go through with it and keep going.
Get that easy round.
And to get the easy round. So I let it go. Bobby Ducati come up to me and he said, no, Kai Kelly's going to allow the Bird Boys to take his spare motor and put it inside their car, and they're just going to put it down the track. I said they're allowed to do that. Not a big deal, as long as it's their car. Well, fast forward, we get to the first round. Kai's up there in the water box. Jerry and Daryl are over there waiting for Rent-A-Car to come up there. And I just went over there and I told them. I said, what do y'all got going on? And they go, well, we're waiting for our car to go up here so we go out and make a pass. I said, y'all know y'all aren't going to get no points, right? Well, everybody at that point just got starstruck and act like they didn't know the deal. I knew the rules. Well, then they went over and got Kai. Kai got all pissy, got all mad, said that wasn't in it. Then we had to get the rule committee over there.
He was going to quit.
Yeah, he was going to quit.
I'm gonna take my car and go home.
He said he was going to quit. I didn't care if he quit or not. It don't matter. I was just stating the rules. The reason why I went ahead and did with that, I'm running for a championship. We are 5th in points right now. We're behind 4 other drivers. I thought I just came back up because I went farther this week.
I don't know. They got changed.
Anyways, listen. We're 5th or 6th in points. So for me to go with Kai, that was it. The whole Lizzie deal, the Mike Murillo, the Birdman, that's a whole separate deal. I have nothing to do with that because I don't care about it because they are behind me in points. I don't care about them. Lizzie's behind me in points, so is Murillo, and so is Birdman. Now, what that rule is, basically it's saying you're not allowed to test 2 weeks prior to the event or within 200 miles of the event. Well, Birdman and Murillo were tested inside that 2-week window at Tucson Dragway. That's why they got thrown out of the event. I tested at Tucson Dragway, but I tested 3.5 weeks prior to the event. So I'm clear. Lizzie's come on there. She's made a couple comments. She's talked about her and Kai have said that we tested in Orlando Speed World before we went down to West Palm Beach. That was the 2nd race of the season.
Which was the first points race.
Was the first points race. I didn't know the rules at the time. Nobody knew the rules at the time. But if they knew it, they should have protested then. I don't care about the stuff that happened in the past. I went ahead and went with the stuff that was happening right at that point.
We can't protest Chuck right now.
Yeah, just like we can't protest Chuck. It don't matter. That stuff's over with. What I'm saying is I just wanted to clear the air. The whole testing at the track, that ain't got nothing to do with me. My protest to Kai was because he was trying to get some easy fucking points. He was trying to get easy points to be able to call his dude out so he go, we're running for a championship at the end of the year. And I will do this against anybody. I don't even care if people do it against me. I would never put myself in that situation.
But Kai and them, well, first of all, it was Pat that called out the Bird brothers.
So,
it really wasn't Kai.
Yeah, but that's still, and that's again, that's beside the point because it has nothing to do with me. I just wanted to clear the air up of what we had going on with Kai. The whole testing outside, Lizzie, I guess Murillo's pulling it up now that Lizzie was testing before the Virginia event. That is beside the point because it doesn't matter. It's already happened. There's nothing anybody can do it. They should have protested it at that time. They didn't. It doesn't matter. You can bring it up all you want. Nothing's going to change. But I brought it up at the event because I knew the rules. I knew it was wrong. And that's what needed to happen. And I went over and told Bird Boys and I told Kai Kelly. I let them know that I was protesting them and why I was protesting them. I told them straight up what we had going on. You're not allowed to do that. Whatever car you start with, you have to finish with that weekend. That's just how the rules are. That's how it is. So they can be mad. They can say they can do whatever they wanted.
But listen, also, that could have all been squashed. When Kai, after Kai got all settled down,
we'll explain that too. It could have all been squashed. Kai got muscle bound. That was it. Yeah. He got strong arm, and he said, "Well, why don't you just bring Prenup up here and we'll run first round?" I said, "Okay, let's do that." $5,000. Then he said, "Let's run for $5,000 like it was going to scare us." I said, "We'll run for $5,000 too. We'll squash the whole deal. We'll leave Murillo in. We'll leave Birdman in. I will go ahead and give Bruder a bye run because that's who I pinned up with for first round. I would give Bruder a bye run, and I will run Kai Kelly first round, take Jerry Bird's spot for $5,000. When I accepted it, everybody started backpedaling, and they didn't want to do it. I'd rather run Kai first round. I'd rather run Ryan Martin first round. That's the only way we're going to be able to gain points. When we keep going rounds and everybody else is going rounds with us, you're not going to gain no points that way. So I was all about running Kai. He probably would have beat me, but I had a 50-50 chance to be able to go out there. Either I'm going to win or he's going to win. So that's how it all broke down. But when I went ahead and accepted that $5,000 and told him I'd run him first round, everything kind of changed. All of a sudden, he had to talk with the team. The team didn't want to do that. Then he had to make a solo shakedown. Long story short.
So how the fuck is any of this your fault?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. Everybody keeps commenting under me saying that it's my fucking fault. I can give a rat's ass about the people testing at the event. I don't care if you're testing there tomorrow for Colorado this weekend. It didn't help him. It didn't help Lizzie when she tested at Virginia. It didn't help Murillo. It didn't help Birdman for testing the past 2 weeks for Tucson.
But if they're in front of you in the points, you care.
But if they're in front of me in the points, I care.
Make it clear.
So I want to make it clear that anybody behind me in the points,
don't care.
I don't care. You can do whatever you want. Cheat until your fucking face turns blue. I don't care.
I don't think they're cheating, man. I think they just didn't know.
No.
Just like we didn't know the very first race.
But that's the part. That's the part of it. You need to read the rule book. Sure. I read the rule book. I made sure I sent a text out and I said, "Send me the rule book. I want to know from this day forward." Right. And I did. Anybody can do that.
But I'm saying, I see everybody saying they were cheating.
I'm not saying they were cheating. No,
they didn't know.
I don't think they had any intentions on doing any of that. Nobody did. Lizzie, me, Ryan, they got caught tested at a few events, not at the facility, but within the 200 miles. People are trying to bring up old stuff. It is what it is. What I'm saying is, I don't think anybody had intentions on doing any of the harm.
I think everybody thought it was 1 week, but didn't they test within 1 week?
It's two. Yeah. It's the rules. It's two. It's always been 2 weeks.
But I honestly thought it was 1 week.
Well, and that's why when me and you were talking about Tucson, I said we needed a test with Stinky Pinky. Stinky Pinky knew it was 2 weeks too.
Yeah.
Whenever we were down there with Tony McKinney, we were the only 2 cars on the property. Anybody else that wanted to test after that, and I'm not going to be the one that gets on the internet and says, "Hey, these are what the rules are."
And we knew they tested up there, but we didn't say anything.
Exactly. And then we knew that they were testing there. Scott tested there. So did Murillo, Birdman. They tested for a couple days straight. At the end of the day, I don't care.
I think Scott tested the same week we did, though. I don't think he tested inside.
Like I said, it doesn't matter. I don't care at that point.
Hey, you know what I'm curious about, though? What? Whenever some fucked up shit's going on, why does Kyle always get the duck out of the group? I mean, Scott's right up there in points. Why don't Scott get the duck? I mean, is it team orders?
What do you mean by duck?
Get the free round. I mean, is it team orders that Kai gets free round?
Kai's ahead of points right now.
But they don't matter. Scott's right up there in the points, too.
So listen, I just wanted to clear the air real quick. There's nothing that anybody can say. My protest was 100% legit. I would do it again. Don't get your ass caught up. If you can't follow the rules, don't fucking show up. That's what it's all about.
And don't cry.
And don't cry.
I'm going to take my ball and go home.
And he was wanting to take his ball and go play at another basketball court. And I told him, if they want to do that, not a big deal. I'm not mad at you. The point was, I literally told you when you made the call out that it was not.
I said he's not your friend no more.
Yeah. And then he said we're not friends. Like, I was trying to be a friend with him, but the problem is he went through it because he thought he was going to get some easy fucking points.
It would have been the fucked up thing if you wasn't his friend.
No, I'm about to tell you. I'm about to tell him. Go ahead. If I really wanted to, listen, we already talked about this and that. If I really wanted to, I would have let him and Bird Boys make that pass, and I would have protested him at the other end, and then he would have got kicked out of the event. He would have got DQ'd because he didn't follow the rules, and then he would have only got 5 points. So the dude's lucky that I went ahead and did it before the round, even though he went to the finals and went up against Lizzie, but he could have got DQ'd and only went home with 5 points.
He gained 20 points in that race, and really, he would have only gained 5 if you weren't a real friend.
Exactly. So for that deal, and like I told him, and I was straight up forward with him at the track. I'm only doing this because this is part of the championship. It's going to come down to the wire at the end of the year. There's 5 races left. 5 or 10 points is going to separate the winner. And I may not even be up there, but I'm going to give myself the best chance to be able to. Like I said, there's 5 races left. We ran good this last weekend. We got Colorado this weekend. We got Tulsa after that, then Texas, Louisiana, and then we got Bradenton, which is double points.
We got 4 tracks coming that will have some air. Right now, Idaho, Colorado, and Tucson to air.
Are shitty air. Pro Chargers are not supposed to win.
We're just a sitting duck out there right now.
So we already have a strategy for this weekend. Hopefully we can try to stay away from some people.
Change the piston, put more compression.
Yeah, we're putting more compression in the motor. We're trying to do some things because, like I said, we're down about 12 pounds on
about 500 horsepower.
Boost right now, so it's about equivalent to 500 horsepower. But anyways, I just wanted to clear it up. So I hope nobody's mad at me. And if you're mad at me, I really don't care.
Did Lizzie really call you a Democrat?
She did.
I'm surprised she could even say Democrat.
Dude, so, off the chain, man.
That's a pretty big word.
Listen, and I'm not mad at her. I don't want nobody. I'm not mad at nobody. I left Tucson and I left the race there. That's why you haven't seen me make no posts. That's why you haven't seen me comment on anything. I haven't talked about it because I really do not care. But I just wanted to go ahead and air this out real quick so I can clear my side of it. So I don't have to keep seeing the comments. 2, I don't ever have to really respond to it. Now everybody sees this video. It is what it is. My protest was 100% legit. When I protested Kai, he got his panties in a bond, and then what did I say?
Panties in a wad.
Panties in a wad. In a bond.
Bloody bond.
So he got his panties in a wad, and then he went ahead and started protesting Murillo.
And now Lizzie's protecting her man.
And now Lizzie's protecting her other half.
I got to protect my better half.
Yeah.
So really, Lizzie was the one supposed to do the call out because Pat originally was the one that made the protest.
Pat was the one that originally made the protest against Murillo.
Kai's guilty by being a son-in-law.
Kai's just guilty by being a son-in-law.
Because they told Pat he couldn't protest a motherfucking thing because he ain't a driver. Pat said, well, I'll go get my daughter. And then he turned around and he said, Kai, you're right here. You with me? You with me, Kai? We're going to protest him. Kai got fucked up right there. Kai said, yes, Pat. Yes, Papa Pat. We'll protest him. Told that motherfucker, you better protest him. I'll take that goddamn horsepower away from your ass. God damn. Boy, Kai's pooch mouth, ain't he? That's all right. After this race,
he ain't even answered our calls or nothing.
Yeah, I tried to call Kai twice. I was just gonna bust his balls, but he won't even answer my call now. But we'll be all right after this season, man. Just a lot of pressure on everybody right now. Man, everybody's racing hard. Everybody working hard.
And it is. And nobody's mad at nobody. After our racing, everybody will be going back to being friends.
Yeah.
We did have a little bit of drama this weekend, but I just wanted to make
I just need to stop trying to fucking cheat.
Exactly.
That's all there is to it.
He got caught cheating.
He got caught cheating and he's mad about it. Don't be mad, motherfucker.
Like he's mad that he got caught.
And he's blaming it on you.
And now he's blaming it on me.
You fucking Democrat.
And now the other half is on me.
Yeah. Goddamn Lizzie's on you now. Lizzie's probably gonna fuck you up this weekend, though. They got that
She's running good.
They got that nitrous motor running that shitty ass air. That's all right, though. Come Tulsa, we'll be ready for them boys. We ain't gonna be able to do shit in this air this weekend. Pat already know. That mother Pat been beating his fucking meat the whole goddamn week, waiting to get over there to fucking Colorado. He know he's got everybody covered in that fucking shitty ass air up there. We'll be all right. Let's get over to Tulsa. Motherfucker, after we get over to Tulsa, we'll be all right after that. We just got to get out of this shitty ass air. We're going to make about 42 pounds of booty.